Morning, dogs. You guys all ready to come out? Hi, Chatty Cathy. Are you wanting me to pick you up? I don't want to pick you up. Come on. Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be working out here in the garden. We're going to do a garden harvest today. So I know there's a few things that I'm planning on harvesting. One is going to be our potato bed, the last one we have to dig up. I'm going to harvest some cucumbers, some small cucumbers, pickling cucumbers. We're going to make pickles out of those. And then we're going to harvest some peppers as well. And I'm sure there's some other stuff out here we can harvest. But let's go ahead and head out to the garden, see what we can find. Well, first, let's see if I can find something for lunch. Let's see if we got any corn here. So this corn, I didn't plant. I only planted a single row, so it didn't have the greatest pollination. So you can see this side of the ear looks nice. But then this side of the ear is a little spotty. But still, I can eat that for lunch. I find these are a little harder to pull off. This one looks like a nice ear here. Oh yeah. So there's a nice full ear of corn. And yeah, make that part of my lunch as well. All that from one plant. Another big batch of peppers from this plant. I like pickled banana peppers or canned banana peppers. I eat them on lots of things. So I'm finally starting to get some bell peppers to change color. The bad part is usually by the time they change color, a lot of them start going bad. So that's got a bad spot on it. This one looks nice and big. That one back there looks good. I'm going to go ahead. They're not completely yellow. I'm going to go ahead and harvest it. But look how big that pepper is in my hand. That is a nice pepper. Let me get this other one out. I don't think this one's quite as big. So this one looks nice. But on the back side, you can tell it's got a little bit of a bad spot. But we can cut that out. And this one's going soft, so it ain't going to get any better. So this eggplant, the branch ended up breaking. So I think this eggplant's probably good. This one here is probably a little too small. We'll go ahead. We'll keep this eggplant. That's a nice big eggplant. So back here's another big old eggplant. I'll go ahead and harvest that one as well. Yep, another nice eggplant. Nice ripe tomatoes. I think we would prefer to actually pick these a little bit early and ripen them on the countertop. These are so ripe now, they're not going to last very long inside, just maybe a couple days. So that's a pretty good harvest so far. I'm going to go ahead and take these inside and wash them up. Then we'll come back out here and dig up the potatoes. So here's the harvest so far. Everything's washed up and clean. Takes up a lot of counter space. But as long as when Rebecca wakes up, she can get to her coffee, we'll be all right. So before I dig up the potatoes, I'm going to gather up all the vegetables that are overripe and starting to rot or go bad. I'm going to gather all that up so I can take it out to the pigs and feed it to them. I also have a bunch of paste tomatoes that are ripe, and I am not going to do anything with tomatoes this weekend. So they're just going to end up going bad on the vine. So I might as well pick all the paste tomatoes and give those to the pigs as well. So let's go ahead and gather up something for the pigs to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these up into pieces that are a little bit easier for the pigs to be able to eat. See that big old cucumber? They turn like orange when they get super ripe. But that's too big to fit in their mouth, so I got to cut it up, and then the pigs will be able to eat it. They like the cucumbers. They like zucchinis too, but we don't have any zucchinis right now. I don't know whether they'll eat a pepper or not, but we'll give them some. Now tomatoes, they're soft enough that they'll be able to squish them up. So I'm not actually giving the pigs rotten fruit. It's just the ones that are overripe and I'm starting to get little bad spots on them. But if they're rotten, I'm just going to throw them out. So we got a bunch of kale right now. And I'm going to go ahead and pick a bunch of this and give it to the goats and the chickens because they'll just eat it right up. You pick this from the bottom branches is what you pick. So we'll just peel from the bottom. All these ones are going to get shaded out and start going brown and yellow anyway. So might as well go ahead and pick some of these bottom ones. So you can see that's what happens when you don't pick them. They eventually just go bad. So the great thing about this kale is that it's really winter hardy. And now that we've got it planted, we'll actually be able to harvest this most of the winter. And that's probably when most people like kale, is in the cold weather, because it won't be as bitter when it's cold out. We got some nice sized leaves on this kale. When we had our regular garden where the chickens could get to it, we couldn't keep kale alive. The chickens would just strip the plant completely clean of all the leaves, and we just couldn't grow kale with chickens around. They just devastated it. So we did just pick quite a bit of kale off all these plants, so I'm going to do a before shot, and I'm going to do an after shot, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell much of a difference. It's amazing how many leaves these things will produce, but there's probably like 30 plants in this little area though. All right, I think that's plenty, so let's go ahead and give the animals some treats. All right guys, I got some treats for you. You guys want some kale? Chickens better get on it before the goats eat it all up. Hey, all right, you guys ready? So here you go. Let's do some stuff. So I just got done eating lunch, and now I'm going to harvest the last of our potatoes. So in this corner raised bed here is russet potatoes, and there's still a few plants that are still alive. There's some here, there's one back there, there's a couple over here, but the majority of the plants have already all died off. And when these plants were fully grown, they were the biggest potato plants I've ever grown. I mean, they were impressive. So they sat probably about this tall, 2.5 to 3 feet tall, so thick that weeds couldn't really grow in them. I mean, they looked awesome. So the soil in this bed is probably 75% compost, and it's real loose soil. I could probably reach down in here with my hand and probably pull potatoes out if I wanted to. Now I did mulch this bed with pine shavings, so there's a layer of pine shavings on top, and I was trying to help retain moisture in this raised bed. So the plants did really good, but I don't know how many potatoes that I got until I start digging them up. So let's go ahead and get started. Look at that. So these plants that are alive, they're actually not potatoes I planted. These are red potatoes that was left in here from last year, obviously, and regrew. Huh. I wondered why some of those plants were so healthy looking and the rest had died. Oh, there's a good russet potato. Not bad. I poked that one with the fork, man. That's a good size one right there. Since I hit it with the fork, that'll probably be supper. Oh my gosh! Huge potatoes on that point, wasn't it? Look at that one. It's like a one you buy at a grocery store right there. That was a good one. Oh, yeah. That one's definitely going to get ate tonight. Holes like that will just make it start rotting out. It's like potatoes for supper. You guys can see how just loose this soil is. I mean, it won't stay into a ball or nothing like that. This is good loose soil. So here's all the potatoes I got out of that raised bed. Now you can tell quite a few of those are red potatoes, and those are left over from last year. Those are somehow some potatoes that got missed last year, and those were pretty much the green potato plants that were still left alive were the red ones. So I weighed these potatoes, and they came out to about 36 pounds out of this one raised bed. I didn't think that was too bad. So I'm trying to separate out all the small ones because they won't last very long. So these need to be ate here in the next couple days, and then trying to find all the ones that I damaged so I can eat those tonight. So I'll probably eat the damaged ones first, and then I'll eat the smallest ones next, and I'll eat these other small ones after that. And the rest of these I can probably store. So this morning turned out to be a perfect morning to work in the garden. There was actually a slight chance of rain today, so it was overcast and there was a little bit of a breeze. It was a lot cooler than normal. And it's kind of gotten sunnier as the day has gone on, but this morning it was just perfect. Now, as I was trying to harvest the potatoes this afternoon, it finally got a little bit sunny and was getting a little bit warmer. But overall, it's just been a nice, cool day. Just a nice day to work out here. So today is kind of my relaxation day. You might not think that working in a garden sounds like, it sounds like work, but to me, it's relaxation. I'm just kind of taking it easy today. I'm not trying to push myself hard or do anything. I'm just kind of doing whatever I want to do, doing it at a nice, easy pace. And it's been a nice day. I've enjoyed working out in the garden. I enjoyed taking stuff to the animals, cooking myself some lunch. So today I probably, I couldn't have probably asked for a better day. It is just a beautiful day out today. And I've definitely, even though I'm staying busy and doing things, I'm definitely enjoying the day. That's for sure. So I was able to harvest quite a bit of stuff today, so I have quite a bit of work in front of me still in the house. I've got all those uh, cucumbers that I need to pickle, and then I've got all those banana peppers that I need to slice up and get those canned as well. So I think that's going to keep me busy the rest of the day. So I think I'm going to call it a day on this video, guys. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me as I, worked out here in the garden and just kind of did my own thing today. And I hope you guys had a great day today, just like I did. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.